Hey, what's going on, everybody? And welcome back to the His Point Review Podcast, episode 26, I think. Been a while since we've done one. I'm here, of course, with the lovely co-host Katina. Katina, say hi to the people.
Hello.
Oh, okay, for a minute I thought you were gonna just sit there and be quiet. I was about to get mad.
No, I'm gonna speak today.
Good. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing okay. I'm kind of tired. Had a grandbaby last week, so
Yeah. That's why I brought up the subject I brought up, because you're old lady now.
no, please.
Yes, you are.
But I'm not grandmother or grandma or granny. I'm Mimi, so you know.
That's even worse when they make up names like that.
Cause I mean, I don't look like a grandma. I don't feel like a grandma, so.
That's what they all say.
Nah, I know some that look like it and feel like it, and those that look like it know they look like it. So you know.
Yes, congratulations. This is really
Thank you
good.
very much. I am so excited.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm excited to have him.
Poor damn child.
Whatever.
Poor mama.
He loves Mimi.
Oh, I'm sure, because you're gonna let him get away with murder.
Oh man, listen. I cannot wait. I didn't even realize it, but I woke up this morning, he was laying on my chest. And my daughter said that last night she put him in his bed, well, the little portable bed that we have downstairs, because I was downstairs watching TV. And she said that she kept asking me if I wanted her to take him. And I kept saying no, 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 no. And I woke up with him on my chest. I don't even remember telling her that, but oh well.
Poor that little boy. He
Spoiled rotten.
I'm sure. First grandchild seems to be always the one that gets. Let's just hope that he doesn't end up being a bad child.
He's not, because Mimi believes in popping hands and butts.
No, I got a story about that later, but yeah. Let's hope. Let's hope. And you also got older too.
I did. I did.
You gonna tell everybody your age now?
Sure, because I don't look it. I'm 40. 40. 40. 40. 40.
Y'all see that picture. Don't lie. Tell her how she really looks in the comment section.
Well, whatever. Matter of fact, we will post a picture of me on my birthday.
No, because I don't want to see the outfit.
No, it was nice. Like Square Biz, you would have approved.
Okay.
Yep. Square Biz, you would have approved of this one. Not too revealing, not too, not my normal round.
Yes, you're a grandmother now. You can't be doing that shit.
Man, get out of here. Get out of here. I almost said something else, but
are you still on your not cursing thing?
I have fallen short, but I strive to get there daily.
Okay. Well, I won't bring up certain subjects, and that will.
You know what? I've actually done pretty good. Even with people bringing up certain subjects, I've done pretty darn good, if I must say so myself.
Good for you. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna curse my fucking ass off on.
I look forward to being like my grandmother's age and being able to, just let it rip. Because my grandmother just says whatever she needs to say.
See, that's why it's good to be getting older. You get to do that. You don't have to care as much. It's like whatever.
Well, also, I'm trying to do some things professionally, so.
I mean, I'm not saying walk into, professional environment and they'd be like, "Hey, what up, motherfuckers? How y'all doing?"
No, but I mean, I'm just trying to you know. So, anywho,
Mm-hmm.
but matter of fact, I'm going to text you while we're talking. I'll text you the pictures. I only have two from that night, and I didn't even take them. The funny part is that I did not take them. That the club, and actually, it looks like the same picture. Just, that's interesting. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so I'm gonna send the picture, and I mean, oh, one's full length and one is just upper body. That's what it is. But I mean, the dress was decent. I had a good time. We celebrated it. So, but yeah, there is nothing wrong with getting older. Um, so many people didn't live to get older. So I certainly don't mind. I remember when we were stationed in New Mexico, I had a friend and she worked at the Sprint store. I won't say her name, but she
Okay, I'll live
turned.
with that.
See, not that bad. But so her birthday came up and it was so crazy because this was like, we lived in New Mexico 2005, 2004. So that's what, 14 years ago. So she was getting ready to turn 30. She was older than me. She was getting ready to turn 30. And she cried for like 2 weeks before her birthday and 2 weeks after because she turned 30. And I was like, oh my gosh, why are you crying? But oh well. So yeah, so many people haven't survived it or lived to make it. So I'm blessed. I'm blessed to see 40. So yeah.
Why do some of y'all do that at 30? My sister, one of my sisters, she's been 29 for the past 22 years now.
Well, I'll say this. Jokingly, I tell people I am 27 and holding. But I don't have an issue with my age. I think that our views, societal views, have changed the way that we react and respond to a lot of things. And for a woman, I guess getting older has never been celebrated as much as like a man getting older. He's
I
mature, he's
beg to differ
distinguished.
now, although I think it's in a more ignorant way, of course, because somehow
Well, I
that's how we
mean,
still do it. But the MILF and Cougar
that's just
phenomenon.
here, but that's just here recently. I mean, maybe in the last 5 to 7 years,
Oh, longer
that's a
than
new
that.
thing.
This has been
Ah,
like this has
10.
been close to 20 years.
I don't think 20.
How old is American Pie?
Oh, I don't know. I've never seen it. So,
Oh, that's kind of when the whole thing. Okay,
oh,
it's 1999 is when American Pie, because that's the first time I ever heard somebody bring up the term MILF.
okay. So,
1999. So yeah, about 2 decades.
I think that some women just feel like, hey, I'm getting older. Maybe I don't feel as sexy. I don't feel as beautiful. Just whatever, whatever. And you always hear of men um, wanting to find a younger woman. So, or, midlife crisis, stuff like that. So, I mean, me, I've never once have I been like, oh my gosh, I'm about to turn 25 or 30 or 45 or none of that. No, I'm looking forward to all of it.
I think I stopped caring after 33.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's like, yeah, it is what it is. It's like You're just getting old.
To me, I look forward to every birthday because for me, it's my new year. I tell people that all the time. So I have a friend, and on my birthday, he always texts me, "Good morning, Happy New Year." On January 1st, we're just like, we don't really say Happy New Year. We may text each other to say, Happy 2000, whatever, or whatever, but never do we say Happy New Year. But, this year I made some changes personally. And, even in my office, which you guys can't see because this is a true podcast right now. But like even in my office, I hung up my whiteboard, I hung up my vision board. Physically, I changed my hair color. Like it's just a lot of changes that 40 has brought. I've deleted some people out of my life. I've added some people to my life. I've removed some people's access to me. Some people don't have as much access as they used to. So, I mean, it's all dependent upon what you want it to be. And 40 was my big one. 40 was, okay, I'm done. Not done parenting, because you'll always be a parent as long as you have children. And even when, some of us are unfortunate and have the experience of not having kids. But once a parent, always a parent. But like, I don't have any minor children. I'm done with that. I made a decision that I wanted to start traveling more. I wanted to stress less. I wanted to start speaking up for myself more, just things like that. So 40 was a game changer for me in that aspect. So some people, I don't know, some people see it as one step closer to death. Sad to say that.
That's such a bad way to look at it.
It is. It's morbid. Are you kidding me?
Like, jeez. I mean, if you want to do that, you might as well say every time you wake up, you're one step closer. Because it's an inevitable thing. It's not like we're immortals. So get over that shit. Damn. Right. Be happy that you made it this far. At least, if anything, you're like, okay, I made it this far. That's a blessing.
Yes.
Jeez.
Yes.
Be damned if November if I'm gonna do that.
I had met someone just this year. It was so funny. He had a birthday and we were talking, and I can't remember what the discussion was, but one of his comments to me was, I'm older than you. And I was thinking, what? So I thought about it. I was like, no, you're not. He was like, I am older than you. I was like, no, you're not. And true, I'm only older than him by about 9 months, but I'm still older than him. But it just amazes me how age is like put into certain things. Oh, you don't know about this music because you're younger than me. Or, well, what do you know about that? Because you're older, or whatever. So age is just, to me, it's just a number. Hey. But yeah, getting older is, I don't know.
I do think that there is some things that come with age, though.
Mm-hmm.
I would say it's less about the age, though, and more about the experience.
Yes, I agree with that. Because I know some 39, 40-year-olds that are running around here with the mind frame of a 9-year-old, and it irks my spirit, but I just go on.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, there's some very, very childish people out here.
But I think that age is just relative. I remember reading this article maybe about 15 years ago. And so these psychologists, psychiatrists, psychotherapists, those in that realm, there was a study, and if I can find it, I'll have you link it. But essentially the study was on males and females that are incarcerated, and how age and time is affected from the time that they go in, meaning behind the wall, until the time they come back out into what they call the free world. And statistically, it has been shown that the age that you are when you become incarcerated, that is essentially the age that you are mentally when you come out of incarceration. And for the longest time, I could not even, like, it made sense to me, but I'd never seen it in person, in real life, in action, until I met somebody who was incarcerated at the age of 17 and became free at the age of 30. Well, from 17 to 30, you do a lot of growing, a lot of developing, you have a lot of experiences, you go through a lot of things emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually. Like, what makes us well-rounded, this person had essentially not experienced. So coming out at 30, physically and age-wise, you are an adult. But mentally, this person was still a 17-year-old. Yes, a 17-year-old that had street smarts and street sense, but like some of the more minute things that we as adults take for granted, this person did not experience. Having a checking account, having a savings account, writing a check, paying a bill, getting a bill, establishing services, whether that be electricity, gas, the utilities, the cell phone, things like that, they had never experienced. So they came home, did not know how to do any of these things, relied upon people who had been out that entire time. And now, this year, that person will be 40, as a matter of fact, will be 40, and just now started to get into the realm of adulthood. I would say in the last 3 years, 3 to 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a mental thing by far. So I think that you're right. It's more about the experiences than it is about the numerical representation of it.
Yeah, and see what you just said about prison. That's a good, fact to put out there. Why prison really does nothing but make people worse off in some cases than better. I mean, they call it rehabilitation, but you're coming out, like you said, this guy went at 17, came out at 30, and pretty much is the same person that he was when he went in. He's gained no real knowledge of how to conduct himself in the world. They didn't really try to teach him anything or give him the opportunity to grow as a person. Like, what? What? What's the purpose? Other than you go in, you do the same things daily, and they're not doing anything to help try to restructure you into a better person. So that hopefully when you get out, you won't do the same dumb shit that you did. They can get you in.
But even thinking about it, like, okay, for instance, for me, there is so much that I've experienced in my life just now being 40. I probably went more places than some people. Well, not than some people, than some people that I know. I'm from the state of Arkansas. I know people that have never left the state of Arkansas. They've traveled, if you can call it traveling, and you can, but they've traveled, but never outside of the confines of the borders of the state of Arkansas. There are some people that I know that travel very frequently. Um, One of the guys that I look up to, I value his opinion, I value his insight, I value his input on a lot of different things. He travels extensively. And matter of fact, he just recently got married and he took his wife, their honeymoon was to like 6 or 7 countries that she'd never went to. And there was so much experience just in that. And we're all around the same age, I believe. But like just in that honeymoon period, they've experienced more out of life than some people do in their entire lifetime.
I mean, that happens.
So it's definitely about the experiences. What I've always wondered is, so, you know, we always hear like the big thing is 40, you're over the hill. 50, you have one foot in the grave. 60, more of you is in the grave. And we always hear about men having midlife crisis. Like that's the thing. Midlife crisis, midlife crisis. What if we changed our thought process on that? What if it wasn't a midlife crisis?
Oh yeah, we seem to make it like if you are at the age, it's time to panic.
Yep.
Especially if you don't do, like you said, a lot of traveling. If you haven't reached certain accomplishments, all of a sudden we're supposed to, okay, haven't done this. Something's wrong in my life. Like, I'm fucked. You know, it's horrible, and it's funny because I've had conversations like this with friends recently where we would sit and we would watch people. We were watching the convention, and the convention was being run by a bunch of people who were in their late 20s, early 30s. And my friend, you know, commented on like, "Damn," was like, you know, look at me. I'm in my late 30s, and these people who are 10 years younger than me, look at all the stuff that they accomplished. And it's like, you know, your path doesn't always. That's one thing I think a lot of people need to realize is that your life's not going to take you down the same path, or you know, maybe your life may not allow it. I mean, I go back thinking about my mom, God rest her soul. She couldn't do a lot of traveling and things like that because she committed herself to taking care of 10 kids. You know, and she had to make certain sacrifices. Sometimes life puts you in that situation. At the same turn, you know, I look at someone like my oldest sister who basically had kids but was like, fuck this, I'm gonna do what I want. So she sacrificed her kids to do what she wanted. You know? So
well, I think that there just needs to be a healthy balance. I also think that we need to quit comparing our journey, our lives, and ourselves to others.
right.
I am a big advocate of blaze your own trail. You do what you feel like is best for you. I'm 40. I have not done nearly as much as I want to do in this life, nor nearly as much as I planned to have done and completed at 40. I just haven't done it. But at the same time, I've done some things that I never imagined in my wildest dreams. And I've completed some things that never in my wildest dreams would I have thought that I would have completed. Like, I didn't think growing up, I never would have guessed that at 40, I would have been completely done raising my children. Done. My son is almost 20. Done. So I just think that if we stop comparing ourselves to what society says we should be doing, I think that we would go so much further. And I refuse, like I tell people all the time, I buck the societal norms daily. Because nobody is the same. And if we start looking at people as if, hey, um, this is what I need to be doing, or I need to be focused on that, you're going to have a society full of people that are the absolutely boring. They're going to be carbon copies of each other. Everybody's going to be doing what everybody else is doing. And I think that that means boring stuff. I mean, I do think that some of our societal norms are needed, but to say that the order of things is childhood, when you go into adulthood, you leave high school, you graduate high school, you go to college. After college, you get a job. After you get a job, you start dating the man or woman of your dreams, and then you get married, and then you have a baby, and then you excel at your career, and then, you know, that's just stupid to me. That's just dumb. College isn't for everybody. I mean, not everybody wants kids. Not everybody wants to get married. Not everybody wants to get married and stay married. Some people just want to get married, get some kids, and be done. So, I mean, the societal norms, I think, plays a big role. And I try to get people to just truly think about it.
Yeah, I think one of the things that I've, especially over the last couple of years, that I've learned is to stop saying, "I wish I would have did this. I wish I would have did that," because
Don't start pushing, start doing.
Yeah, you keep saying that, and you keep making it seem like there's no reason why you can't. I mean, just imagine if I would have just kept saying, "I wish I can go to school," instead of taking the opportunity when the opportunity presented itself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and yeah, I'm older, but I got my degree now.
Man, listen, this is what I tell people all the time. So me and my girlfriend were talking the other day. It was a nice conversation. And one of the questions was, do you wish that you could have waited to have kids? And we won't go into my whole life story, but we know that some of us don't have a choice of when we become parents. Some of us do. But what I told her was that if I hadn't became a parent, if I hadn't became a parent when I became a parent, I may never have become a parent. And I enjoy being a parent. I love all three of my kiddos. They give me great joy, great blessings, great, like I am fulfilled when I look at them. Because I say that if I didn't do anything right in this world, I did right by them, with them. And even when I think I've messed up with them, I still can see where I did right with them. So I just don't get it when people say, "Oh, I wish I would have." Yeah, I definitely wish I would have finished college earlier. But guess what? I don't know that I could have handled it then. Yeah, I wish I was a millionaire. But God knows at 18, 19, 20, 25, heck, even 30, I may not have even been able to deal with what came along with being a millionaire. So everything happens for a reason, and everybody's journey is different. And just because your grass seems greener doesn't mean that your fertilizer, the crap you had to go through to get it, is probably not even a skosh of what I imagine it to be. When we look at somebody else's life and we say, "I wish I had," or "Man, her husband is nice. I wish I had her husband." But we're not thinking about the fact that her husband is mentally, emotionally, physically, verbally abusive towards her, or something like that. You know, I have people who I've met and they've been like, "Oh, well, you know, he used to be married and blah blah blah, and he could be a high-powered doctor or whatever. He's single for a reason, and she's single for a reason. And then when you meet him and you talk to him, and then you realize, man, he's an egotistical, egomaniacal asshole. And then you're like, oh, that makes sense of why he's single now. Him is crazy. So he belongs that way. But I guarantee that 90% of her friends were looking at her and thinking that everything was perfect. From the outside, everything always looks better than what it really is. I don't care what relationship it is. If you think that it's beautiful, it probably is. But it doesn't mean that they don't have ups, downs, and sideways. And I just don't get when people don't add that into what they want. Oh, I want that marriage, but you don't know what goes on behind closed doors. You don't know what happens in that BMW when they're driving down the street, just the two of them, or what happens in that 5-bedroom home once they close the door. You just never know. So I've gotten myself out of the habit of saying, oh, I wish or I want, especially when it's somebody else's life. I want exactly what my higher being, whether you believe in God or not or whatever, what I want is what is for me. And what is for me is going to be brought to me anyways. It's not going to be brought to anybody else. And what is for me is going to be given to me at whatever age and time that I'm supposed to have it.
Yeah, no, people, they put too much stock in what other people do, what other people have. And I think that's where a lot of us just completely fall apart and
that's dangerous.
Fail, because again, like you were saying, you don't know what goes on behind the scenes with what they are doing or what they have or how things are. Somebody who has millions. I hate to bring this name up, but look at the first lady.
Well,
you really think that she's in a happy place?
But you know what? That and not getting in their business, because again, we're on the outside looking in. They could be legitimately happy, like madly in love. Do I think that's the case? Probably not, but could be. But money brings problems. So,
and I think that's one of the things that a lot of people focus way too much on, is that if somebody is rich, apparently you're happy.
Nope.
And like that is the furthest. Money causes so many problems. I mean, hell, being a broke person who gets a little money, that shit can be stressful. Because people come looking for you, trying to get something, take advantage. Money doesn't make you happy. Material items don't make you happy. People look at that stuff like, oh, you got a nice car, nice house. You're making all this money. You must be living a life. And I'm like, not necessarily rings true. There's expenses and there's consequences that come with all that stuff. But
yeah. But I mean, and then another thing that I think is such a blessing with age is this year you turn 25. Then one year you turn 30, and then 40, and then 45, and then 50, and then 60, and 70. Even if you've never done anything in your life, just say that you've never done anything. You have lived as quiet a life as possible. You have lived as, I don't want to say normal, because one person's normal is not the next person's normal, but as modest a life as you possibly can. Even if that were the case, just the outside world, just the progression of the world itself is amazing. And you get to see that and experience that. Going back to somebody in course that is incarcerated, you can look at it as when they went in, they were young, they or whatever. They came out, we got cell phones, cars that drive themselves, we got the internet, like all of the advances that they've not even known about or not even had their own experience with, but it's still there. You know, my grandmother never thought in her lifetime that she would live to see a black president. Boom, done. Even if she didn't do anything else in her life, she got to see history in the making. She got to see history in the making.
Well, yeah, but it goes back like you were saying about people who've never left Arkansas. You know, maybe they don't want to. Some people are happy doing certain things. That's another thing I think people need to realize too. Just because the things that you want out of life, the things that you think define what makes you a well-rounded, better person, is not going to work for everybody. Some people are very, very happy with just having a quote-unquote simple job, doing that, coming home, you know, raising their family, or just being alone. You know, they're at peace. And I find it funny because when I was doing school and I'm trying to concentrate and all of that, and it's like I'm comfortable being single because I want to take care of stuff for me and I want to make myself a better person. People would look at me like I'm fucking mad because I'm not out here looking for somebody trying to get with or trying to fuck or something like that. It's like, it's okay. I don't have a problem with being alone, but it's like, no, you have to have a problem. That's not wrong. Or people, I mean, I've had even bosses tell me, you know, you need to be with somebody. Like, no, I don't need to be with somebody. I should want to be with somebody. In fact, if I find somebody and I want them, isn't that much better? Because if I feel like I need to be with somebody, then I can fucking just get in a relationship with anybody.
Yep.
And make a mistake and be unhappy. But hey, I'm in a relationship because I need to be in a relationship. No, I don't. It's like you can't let certain things, the quote unquote societal norms, the rules that people set, like bind you. You have to live your own life. That's the most important thing I've learned as I've gotten older. Like, just live your life and find the things that make you happy, that make you feel good. And, you know, if it's the normal stuff, cool. If it's something different, cool. But make sure that whatever you do, you're happy with. And I think that's one thing a lot of people seem to forget that is a key in life. They think, if I don't get this, if I don't get that, then I fucked up, or I'm unhappy, or I'm not a good person, or something's missing, whatever negative, you know, spin you want to put on it, and it's just not true. That just don't work that way. And it doesn't matter what age you get it. If it's something that you really want, you push for it, and you get it, feel good. Again, I'm about to turn 42. I just got my first degree. I feel fucking fantastic. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I wish I would have got this at 21. You know, life didn't lead me down that path. Certain things happened where I couldn't get it. But now I'm here. Should I be less proud? Should I feel less accomplished? You know, that's just not how life should always work in my mind. So
Again, the beauty of getting older, the beauty of age.
Yeah, of course, there's a downside of age. God damn it.
Yeah. Name one.
Huh?
Name one.
Just when you're not able to do certain things, and particularly physically, that you used to be able to do.
But you can physically be enabled
Like,
to do
be
something as a
honest, you
kid.
can't get as low as you used to when you be going to them clubs.
You
Don't
can't
lie.
what?
You can't get as low as you used to when you be in them clubs.
Who can't?
You.
The lies you tell, but go on.
All right, I'm sure you get low and then get home and you go, oh. Mm-hmm.
No.
I know you be in there aching. Don't. It's fine. It's fine.
No, I won't say that. I'll say because your priorities change, your chutzpah, your enthusiasm level changes.
Yeah.
So that doesn't necessarily have anything to do
It's a
with
nice
your
way to
age,
put it.
though.
Huh?
That doesn't necessarily have anything to do with your age, though.
I mean, the body, like anything else, as it ages, it does gain a little rust. I mean, let's be honest, though.
Yeah, that I can agree on.
You know, the knees don't let you bend as much as you used to. You know, stay down as long as you used to. Yeah, things like that.
Pop when you're coming up.
Oh my god, I hate that noise. Fucking popping all the time. Jesus. Please.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just things like that. But no, there's other things too where age don't matter. It's just like I've never been a big club person anyway.
Me
The
either.
older I've gotten, you got to fight me to get me into a club because I just don't see the reason. I'm not spending, especially maybe it's like being an older male, but I'm not paying $20 to go sit in here and hawk females.
Man, listen, right.
And it, like, yeah, nah. Come on now. I'm too old for that shit. But there are people who are older than me who still do that shit.
And boy. With their Easter suits on.
Huh?
With their Easter suits on.
And every weekend they up in that club chasing tails. Like, man, whatever. It's not that serious. It's just like somebody was talking to me. It was like, we need to go to a strip club. I'm like, why?
They better listen to the new Jay-Z.
You know, I need to listen to that. And I keep hearing
my gosh, what? Listen.
Talk about, especially the song where he apologizes. Everybody keeps talking.
Which one?
Oh, he apologizes on everything?
Yeah, he says, you know, he has some bars and some songs where he's apologizing. But, you know, anybody who knows me knows that I think that he's one of the greatest. Just his wordplay is phenomenal to me. I know there are some people that say, hey, he quotes a lot of different artists. Okay, I get that too, but that album is phenomenal. To be honest, though, I haven't listened to all the songs because I'm still stuck on this one. So, the story of OJ. And the only reason that I'm still stuck on it is because I know you hate my little Facebook groups, but but in one of my groups, somebody posted this young Black man who sounds like he's from the center of Texas, deep down in the valley of Texas. He has such a twang to his voice, but I didn't even watch the video, but I've seen his videos before. The specific video that they posted was him saying that the Philando Castile shooting was justified. And Because of that, I wasn't going to watch it. What I said was, there is no justification for that. The cop was scared, and he made a mistake. I know people don't like that word mistake, but that's what it was. And to me, he shouldn't be a police officer. I think they said that now he's actually resigned or left or whatever. But because of what the crux of the video was, I wouldn't even watch it because I just didn't want to. Because I knew that it would make me furious. In the new space I'm in, I'm not going to intentionally put myself in a position to be pissed off. But what I said was, one day he's going to realize that in the eyes of some people, he's still a nigga. And I want him, the day that happens, and when he realizes it, I want him to jump onto whatever device he has, and I want him to record that experience, because that is something that I would be willing to watch. And let me find my Jay-Z album real quick. But one of the lines he says, I don't even have to pull it up, but one of the lines he says is, I'm not black. What did he say? I'm not black, I'm OJ. Because as we all know, that's what OJ said. I'm not black, I'm OJ. And he's like, okay. But he said, rich nigga, poor nigga, house nigga, field nigga, still a nigga. And that's the crux of how some people in society see us. I can continue to be who I am, highly intelligent, the top of my field. You can be the best surgeon in the world. You can be the best whatever in the world.
I mean, we've seen it here when that senator got pulled over in Washington, D.C., going to the fucking Senate House to work.
Yeah. But, still a nigga. And that's the point of it all. And so, I was just like, wow. But yeah, I refuse to watch that video of that young man. And because to me, there is no justification and he's playing into what they want people to think and believe. And I wasn't finna watch that. So.
Yeah, there's no justification. Even if Castile was white, there would be no justification for what he did.
But if you don't come on through and get that Jay-Z album.
Oh, I'm gonna get it. Don't worry.
But it was funny because somebody was like, this Jay-Z album is going to teach you how to invest your money, learn your history. Like, they listed all this stuff. And they said, now I wonder how long it's going to last. It was so funny, though, because somebody else was like, yeah, he came out with that song, Change Clothes, and everybody went from wearing jerseys to suit and ties and things like that. And it's I've listened to 3 songs because he has a song on there that his mom is reciting a poem at the end called Smile. So I like that one too. I like that song too. And I'll probably listen to the entire thing all the way through from beginning to end tonight. But yeah, you got to get it.
I will. I will listen to Jay-Z because I do like his music.
Yeah. He's good, though. He's good. I think that he's phenomenal.
Oh yeah, he's a good artist. But yeah, everybody's so focused on him talking about how he's cheated on Beyonce.
Oh my gosh, where is this article? I'm gonna look up this article real quick. Because I was reading it, I was like, they don't have anything else to say.
Just a sad look at the depth of some people when it comes to our society. Like, out of everything, this is what you take. That's what you run with. Because that's the type of stuff people like, that tabloid shit. I can't get into it. You know, sorry to say it this way, but I'm too old for that shit. I'm sorry.
And then, let me see. Let me just do this. Jay-Z, because all you have to do is literally like Google Jay-Z apologizes to Beyonce.
Oh yeah, I know. Well, I mean, it's the first thing you see anytime you typed in Jay-Z yesterday, or whatever the day the album came out. That was all you would see, and all over Facebook, that's all people would post. Jay-Z apologizes to Beyonce. Like,
but here's the thing: somebody, where is that? Oh man, I hate because I've stopped saving memes to my phone because I got a grandbaby now, so I got to clear out space on this phone. So I deleted like yesterday. I think I deleted over 6,000 pictures, over 1,500 videos.
Good fucking Lord, why are you storing all that shit on your phone?
Yes, but somebody made a post about the Aaliyah reference in one of his songs, and they were like, "Hey, did anybody catch that? Did he ever get Aaliyah pregnant?" I was like, "Oh, here we go." But they did date, so let me see. Aaliyah reference. Alan totally got off of that apologizing to Beyonce, but he did apologize. Oh my gosh, this freaking article, it says all of Jay-Z's 444 lines that directly address Beyonce's Lemonade. In Beyonce's hold up, she said, "Never had the baddest woman in the game." Up in your sheets. On Kill Jay-Z, he said, "You almost went." Eric Benet, "Let the baddest girl in the world get away." Referencing when Eric Benet cheated on
Halle Berry, yeah.
I remember that. In Pray You Catch Me, Beyonce said, "You can taste the dishonesty. It's all over your breath as you pass it off so cavalier." In Kill Jay-Z, he said, "You egg Solange on, knowing all along. All you had to say, you was wrong."
So he's just basically.
Now, I will say this part of sorry, he always got those bleep excuses. I pray to the Lord to reveal what his truth is. I left a note in the hallway. By the time you read it, I'll be far away. On 444, he says, "I suck at love. I think I need a do-over. I will be emotionally available if I invited you over. I stew over what if you over my and sorry, me and my baby, we're gonna be all right. We're gonna live a good life." In 444, he says, "And if my children knew, I don't even know what I would do. If they ain't look at me the same, I would probably die with all the shame." In Beyonce's Forward, she says, go back to your sleep in your favorite spot just next to me." 444, "And all this ratchet and we more expansive, not meant to cry and die alone in these mansions or sleep with our back turned." He did address Becky, which has everybody up in arms. He said, yeah, I'll F up a good thing if you let me. Let me alone, Becky. So. And sorry, she says, now you want to say you're sorry. Now you want to call me crying. In 444, he said, we talked for hours when you were on tour. Please pick up the phone. Pick up the phone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know.
Okay. What else?
I like Jay-Z. I like Beyonce. But I say this all the time, even whether we're talking, you know, on the podcast or not. They are master marketing geniuses.
Oh yeah, because he basically took what everybody took from Lemonade and was like going off and like, oh my God, you see what he did, and Jay-Z, and he was like, okay, I will own this shit, and then y'all gonna be all on this for this, and like, and now that shit's selling his shit.
Yep. So, I mean, hey, if he did it, okay, fine. Okay, where is it at? In 444, he does have an Aaliyah reference, though. I did listen to, okay, I've listened to more of the album than I realized, just not all at once. Where is it at? But somebody was like, oh my gosh, did he just reference Aaliyah? And I was like, okay. Where is it at now? I gotta hold on a second. Okay, here it is. He says, I still mourn this death, and I apologize for all the stillborns because I wasn't present. Your body wouldn't accept it. I apologize to all the women whom I toyed with your emotions because I was emotionless. And I apologize because at your best, you are loved. Everybody's saying that little snippet right there is for Aaliyah.
Okay, just for some clarification, does everybody know that's not Aaliyah's song?
Hey, listen.
I'm just curious if everybody knows that that's not an Aaliyah song. She did a remake of a Isley Brothers song. Y'all.
Yes, she did.
Just to let you know, that was Ronald Isley who did that shit. So,
yep, stepdaddy.
You know, I don't know. I haven't heard the song, but maybe the song has a sample of the original song. You ever thought about that?
I don't think it does.
Or maybe a sample in the Isley Brothers song. Who knows? Anyway.
But it is very telling in this 444 that he says, I'm never going to treat you like I should. Now, when I heard that, I was like, whoa, wait a minute now. Is he apologizing or is he telling her that basically I ain't going to do what I need to do? But you just got to listen to it. He's a lyrical genius, whether people want to admit that or not. I mean,
he's a great lyricist.
Yes, say what you want to say. Oh, it samples 444 samples Hannah Williams's Late Nights and Heartbreak, another song concerning infidelity, and features vocals by Kim Burrell. The length of the song, also referencing the album and song title, is exactly 4 minutes and 44 seconds. But they're obsessed with the number 4, so. Which is interesting. Okay. But he did say, because when
I think of that, I was like, okay, he was born on December 4th. Okay.
He was born on December 4th.
And how old is he now?
Beyonce's birthday is on the 4th of whatever it is. How old is he? Is he 44?
He might be. You never know.
I mean, I love his music. I don't care about his personal life, so I don't know exactly how old he is. I just know that he's way older than Beyonce, but that's not a bad thing. And then I do remember hearing a snippet of an interview. I can't remember where because I listen to so much stuff that He named his album 444, not because of his obsession with the number 4, even though he is, but he said that he woke up at 4:44 in the morning. He woke up, he looked at the clock, and he wrote that song, the 4:44. He wrote the actual. Now that could be a lie too, but hey, whatever. It sounds good. So he built the album. That song became the title track, and he thinks that that's one of the best songs he's ever written.
All right, I guess I have to listen to this album. Everybody's just going crazy over.
Yep. Now here's the funny thing. This is his 13th album. So 1 + 3 is what? 4. Look, I just figured I'd throw that in there for people who are like, well, this is his 13th album, so it would have been better if it was his 14th, 1 × 4. No, he gets double, 1 + 3 and 1 × 4. So 13th and 14th albums are going to be great.
All righty.
But me personally, I'm just like, okay, that's crazy. And he had one producer for the whole album.
Who was it?
No idea.
Nice. Oh, really?
Yes.
I wonder if my boy knows that.
Yep. No idea. And no idea. I love his work. So he is a good producer.
Yeah, he is. He is very good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let me see. Oh, and he recorded 444 at his house with nobody around on Beyonce's mic. So that's telling us that Beyonce has a mic at home. I don't know why that's even important, but
yeah, okay, sure. I'm not that deep into the meta of the thing. I just want to hear the album. All right, goddamn it, y'all. Oh, and just for reference, he's 47. So.
Oh, okay. Oh, he missed it. Jay-Z, you should have did it 3 years ago. That would have been the bomb deed.
Or he should have did it. He should have dropped it on December 4th, his birthday.
Yeah, that would have.
Because then you could have subtracted the 4 from the 8, and that's 4.
Yep. See, we coming up with all these 4s.
Fucking this conspiracy theory.
Right. But I was shocked to know that No ID finished the entire album.
Sometimes it's good to have one producer.
I was like, what?
It keeps consistency of an album.
Now I can believe that.
I think some of my favorite albums from people. It's funny, we were talking about Killer Mike earlier, but one of my favorites, probably my favorite solo album was Rap Music. And that was all done by LP, his partner in Run the Jewels.
Let me send you this cheat sheet to the whole 444 album.
Damn conspiracy theories.
Yeah, somebody was like, oh my gosh, you letting Kanye have it. I'm like, what? I don't get that. But
yeah, I heard they saying he's apparently dissing Kanye. Whatever. I
don't know about that one. Well, I think that he speaks to their friendship or the lack thereof at this point. But I mean, we all got friends that again, there goes the age thing. We've matured, and I am of the sound mind, definitely sound mind, but I'm of the mind frame or thought process that not everybody can go with you where you're going, and you just outgrow people. I mean, I have some friends that I've outgrown. I've had some friends that have outgrown me, but I think that the true demonstration of your maturity is how you deal with either being outgrown or outgrowing people. And that's a hard thing for some people to do because, I mean, you always want to think that, hey, I'm the best friend that anybody could have. Why would somebody not want to be around me? But in the grand scheme of things, it's all about growth. And if I'm truly your friend, I want to see you grow. And that means growing, even if it's not without me. I want to see your growth. I want to see your development. I want to see you succeed. I want to see you win. Winning with me, of course, I would feel better if that's what you did. But as long as you win, that is the most important thing to me. And to me, that shows maturity and grace when you can say that about somebody. Just like if you're in a relationship, I truly want to see you happy, even if being happy is not with me. That's growth, in my opinion. I mean, I hope he falls and busts his nose on the way without me, but grow. I still want to have it.
Okay.
Still want to have
That's
it.
mature.
Yeah. Just bust your nose a couple of times on the way. I want you to bump your head.
Damn shame.
But no, I mean, I'm just saying, growth. So.
Mm-hmm.
So it just goes to say, but I think that this album shows growth for him. I think that this album shows. I think that people are going crazy because normally him and his wife do not allow us inside their lives, and I still don't know if I believe that they're allowing us inside their lives. To be honest,
I mean, to be personally honest, they don't have to.
Right.
And I think people just need to realize that. But the way that things are shaped now with social media and all that, we got to know everything about everybody.
And I think that is part of what throws people off about celebrities. I've never been a fan, which the backstory, but I've never been a fan of people walking up to a celebrity when they're having dinner with their family, when they're out in public. I know that they are a public persona, but we all have a public persona if we're going to be honest about it. I just think that there are some times when you just have to just fall back, let them be a human, be a private person. So social media has made it so that we feel like we are just
make you feel like you're owed their lives because you care enough to follow them. You need to tell me what's going on. Like, no.
Yeah. Tell me who you slept with last night. I was following you on Twitter and you just quit tweeting. What's up with that? Like, that just doesn't. I don't know. So, yeah, you have to listen to that. I tell you what, you didn't watch the BET Awards, which, by the way, neither did I. But
why would I watch it this year?
Huh?
Why would I watch it? You forced me last year. This year, you ain't say nothing.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I didn't watch it, but when people started like commenting on it, I was like, okay, what kind of craziness is going on? And the biggest craziness that I've seen so far to come out of that is Joe Budden.
What Joe Budden do?
Oh, him and the Migos?
Oh, is that where that meme comes from?
Uh-huh. And
what did he do? Okay, see, I guess this is me being an old man. I try to avoid that stuff because I'm sick of memes and people always having a drama alert and posting shit and all that. So I glanced at like a gif of it, but I never really followed up on it. So what's the deal with that? What happened?
So I only saw snippets because I did not watch the show. So but whoever the DJ is that has a show with Joe Budden, asked, I don't even know who the guy is, but somebody from Migos said it looks like you got left off of Bad and Bougie or left out of Bad and Bougie. It took me like 10 times to rewind it, but he what he said was, does it look like I'm left out or left off, bad and bougie? And the man could not understand it. So he said, does it look like I'm left off, bad and bougie? He said it over and over and over and over and over. So Joe Budden was like, man, we gotta cut this short. We gotta wrap it up. So the guy kept talking. So Joe was like, I'm done. Dropped the mic, got up, and walked off. Now, do I think that was disrespectful? Yeah. But also, can I understand the frustration of where Joe was? Yes. Because I'll tell anybody, I cannot stand to call customer service and have a language barrier between me and somebody else. I'm trying to get an issue resolved. It happened today. I'm trying to get an issue resolved because the issue is on your end. I've already checked everything on my end that I can possibly control that I know of. But to call and then to have you have to repeat yourself 30 times, I'd rather just hang up and get called back and try to get somebody else. Like that's, but it wasn't funny because I could understand the frustration level. Like it's funny on the outside, but when you're in that moment, because I was like, do it look like I got blah, 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 blah. What? Do it look like I got blah, blah, blah? I'm sorry, sir. Could you repeat that? Do it look like I got left off? What? It was crazy. You'll have to actually look at it because I was like, what is he saying? Does it look, do it look like, does it look, like I kept doing that the entire time, trying to figure out what he was saying. And I'm sorry, the age thing, I know one Migos song. And I don't even know the members of the group for the Migos. I thought Migos was one freaking person. So for it to be a group, I'm like, yeah, I'm so out of touch.
Yeah, I don't care for their music. I don't think I've ever listened to one of their songs to completion. The closest I got was sadly No, I've never even heard that song. I don't even know what it sounds like. I don't listen to the radio. Like as someone has said to me, I'm a music snob. And it's funny because I caught that person the other day because they decided to turn on the BET Awards because they wanted to see Escape. You know, we're around the same age. Escape, you know, we grew up. That's what we listened to.
Yeah, it's real music.
So she turned it on, and then she sent me a message online. It was like, "What the hell is a French Montana?"
What?
And I'm like, "Yeah, I've heard the name." Like, I've never heard of him. What are they doing on stage? What is this they're saying? I'm like, this is the music people listen to today. This is what you call me a music snob for. She's like, but you can't understand what the fuck they're talking about. I'm like, yeah, pretty much. And it's like, yeah, y'all be saying I'm a music snob, but I can't. It's one thing for you to talk about a lot of ignorant shit. I can deal with it in some cases, but I can't deal with your inability to relay your message in a language that is understandable. Like I would listen to reggaeton before I would listen to one of them. Because at least I know you're speaking Spanish. I mean, I know what the fuck you're saying, but at least I recognize that's Spanish.
Man, I'm learning.
I don't know what the fuck the Migos be talking. I don't know what the fuck Young Thug be talking. Fucking Chief Keef, all of them. What the hell are y'all saying?
I can't tell you a Chief Keef song. The other day, I was reading something. You know, I'm always reading or listening. But somebody was like, Lil Uzi Vert and Black.
Oh
I'm like, who are these people?
And that's another thing, the names. Y'all are so dumb. Y'all can't even come up with legible names. Migos. Seriously?
Maybe it's for amigos.
That's what I'm saying. You speak English that bad that you can't even take a Spanish word that's commonly used in English language and say the A. It's amigos. It's not that hard. It's three syllables. Can you not say more than two syllables? Is that your problem? I don't get it. Little Uzi Vert. What the fuck is that?
No,
Little Yachi. Really? You call yourself Lil Yachi? What?
look,
What? You never heard of Lil Yachi?
I thought it was Lil
Oh,
Yachty.
Yachty. Well, some people call him Yachi. Some people call him Yachty. That's the thing. Some people say Yachi. I don't know why, but it is Yachty. Either way, it's dumb because either you're calling yourself a board game or you're calling yourself a small boat.
Either way, you call yourself little.
How is it? How is that cool? Either way, explain to me that. Explain to me what's the coolness behind that. And it's funny too. Speaking of Yachty, because I think he was with French Montana on the show. I don't remember, but she was like, "Hold on, isn't that little Yachty guy from the Sprite commercial?" I was like, "I don't know. I'm not watching this." She was like, "Yeah, that is that guy from the Sprite commercial." I thought that was a fake thing. Is he really a rapper? Like, yeah, he wasn't faking. He was really rapping. She's like, "Get the fuck out of here. You're lying to me." Like, yeah, no. He was really a rapper in that commercial.
That's crazy.
But it's just like, if you don't listen to the radio like you used to, because I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. I just can't do that no more. I listen to CDs in my car when I'm driving to work.
I mean, I listen to satellite radio.
Well, yeah, that's another thing because you can pick and choose the type of music that you want.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not. Yeah, no. Modern radio. Mm-mm. And it's not like I hate everything. I like some of the stuff that comes out now, but it's hard to get to the stuff that I like when I gotta listen to all the bullshit.
Yes.
So it's like people be like, "Oh, you just old," and stuff. Like, okay, that's fine. I will take that. I will take that with pride to know that I'm old enough to want to listen to people who speak English. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
And sorry if you're young and you listen to that music, and I've just offended you, but yeah, the music sucks.
It's all about taste. I mean, remember my mom saying, "Oh my gosh, the music you guys are listening to," and blah blah blah. And then when I got older, something bit me and bruised my little arm. But then when I got older, I remember calling her. I said, "Mom, do you remember talking about our music?" And she said, "Girl, yes, that mess was horrible." So I don't know who sings this song. I'm sure some of you guys do, but it was an old blues song. And the lyrics were, "Don't jump my pony if you can't ride." Certainly he's not talking about a real horse.
No, of course not.
So what was my mama talking about our music for? But then again, she talked about our music. Now we're like, no, New Edition, Keith Sweat. Those are classics, In Vogue. It's like those are good. But then you got, are there any girl groups now?
Oh my God, Young Ma.
Who?
It's Young Ma.
That's a group? I thought that was a girl.
It's a girl.
But is it a group?
No, it's just a girl.
Oh, okay. Well, there you have it.
But I mean, you mean girl groups as far as what? Rap?
Just a girl group like SWV.
Oh, I mean,
TLC.
there were. What was the group that Janaiko was in?
Janae Aiko.
What was she? I'd say Jen. Because Stop trying to like urbanize your Asian name. You probably know it's Jen.
Janae.
Correct. You
Janae.
know her parents probably named her Jen, and she just said I'm Janae because I don't want to acknowledge the Asian in me. Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
Hmm.
She was in B2. No, she was what?
Hmm?
Where is it? She was in a group. I thought she was in a group. Where was? Who is it that was in the group? It's somebody recently. Either way, who cares? Most of them. Although she's okay. Some of her stuff's okay. I,
Yeah, right now I'm feeling
they
J.
don't really do R&B groups anymore, do they?
No, that's why I asked. No.
Not just female, just period. It's just mostly people solo act.
Hmm. They don't want to share. They don't want to share. So interesting. So what are your last final thoughts on this aging thing? I mean, we're all gonna do it. Now I feel like my mom at church, at somebody's funeral. We all gotta go that way. So we're all getting older. Um, there's nothing.
Don't be afraid to age, is my thing. Be proud, especially if that age brings maturity, understanding. With it's funny too that we're talking about this because it reminds me today a customer came into work and it's an older gentleman. He's in the 70s. And he walks on a walker and everything because he just had surgery recently. And I was helping him. And he was talking, and he was like saying he asked the question, "What's good about um, old age?" And my response was wisdom and knowledge. It's two things that you don't necessarily find in all young people. Because some people aren't trying. When you're younger, you can be that wise. Like I've known some people who are young who have been very wise and knowledgeable. But let's be honest, for the most part, a lot of us when we're younger, we're just trying to enjoy life, have fun, experience crazy stuff and all of that. We're not necessarily trying to, you know, be sagely or anything like that. Yeah, we're enjoying life.
Partying it up.
Yeah. So, yeah, as you get older and, time passes, you start to mature more in a lot of cases. That's how a lot of people progress. And that's why old age is beneficial because you are able to come to other people, younger people, and you can give them your wisdom, your knowledge. Of course, there's going to be those who don't want to accept it. He's going to look at you, man, whatever. Stop trying to tell me what to do.
Oh,
Okay. Um, you know, not necessarily people trying to tell you what to do. Sometimes people just want to look out for you and like have you avoid certain pitfalls. You know, a lot of times people have their best intent at heart. You can't always look at an older person, quote unquote, trying to tell you what to do as a bad thing. You know, listen, and if it's something that you don't agree with, be like, okay, I hear you, and move on. Don't have to be disrespectful. Don't have to be ignorant about it. Just disagree respectfully and move on. But no, I mean, nothing wrong with getting older. I mean, the hair gets gray,
hmm.
things fall apart sometimes. It's
Yes.
okay. It's fine. At least you're still here to see that happen. That's the thing. Some people who don't even get that opportunity.
You got that right.
So, your final thoughts?
That age is should not be a determining factor of anything. Actually, you are only as old as you feel. You are as young as you feel. And there are some people that are 50 and 60 and 70 that are out here doing things that, you know, younger people are doing or wish that they could do. I see it all the time. You be in the gym, you see an older person, and you're like, okay, I wish I could do that. Well, don't wish, do it. And don't wait until you're 60, 70, and 80 to start taking care of your health. You know, some of y'all chunky out here. That leads to things, health issues. Start looking at that stuff now. Don't wait until you're 70 or 80 and then try to fix it then. You know, that's not the time to do it. The time to do it is now. While you're young, while your body will still um, cooperate with you, while you still can um, go and change some things. You know, don't wait until it's too late. I mean, I know y'all like that, but not worth it. That's my final thought. And I'm never getting old because I'm never gonna feel old. I'm gonna make sure that I take care of myself so that I'm around for the long haul. That's my plan. That is my plan. So, yep.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I can jump on here and play Facebook games all day, every day for the rest of my life. Such a dumb move.
I'm sorry. I found that video that you were talking about the jump on thing. I feel like academics was kind of like fucking with him.
That's his name is Academic. See, I don't even know who that is, but okay. Are you watching it? He said, "Do it look like I would allow bad bullshit?" What?
Oh, and then they trying to jump in Joe's face. That's the wrong motherfucker to try to jump in and try to fuck with. Joe beat your ass.
Somebody said, "How can you be hard wearing blouses?" I was like,
right.
I said, y'all need to go sit down and quit playing with people.
Little bird chest out and shit.
Y'all funny.
That's why his man jumped in front because he knew he was gonna get his ass whipped. Joe would fuck all of them up. Get the fuck out of here. And he remember, this is the man who chased the fucking car down the street. For people playing with him.
For what?
Some fans of, was it Drake or something, saw him start like fucking with him. And they like said something to him and got in their car and was laughing. And all of a sudden you just see like in the background Joe Budden's running at the car. And they pull off and he's still running after the car.
What? Well, that's hilarious.
I'm surprised you never saw that.
No, that's hilarious to me. He too old for that.
And again, when you get older, you don't have fucking time to play. Like you ain't playing with people.
They done made memes and everything. I was like, oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. Like some people were saying that, you know, Joe was disrespectful and
fuck the news. He was just like, yo, okay, I just don't want to be bothered.
Joe was kind of messy though. I mean, yeah, he was kind of messy. Come on, so we gotta wrap this up. Come on now. You got them on your joint, on your show. So he said, do it look like I got left off bamboozling? What are you saying? I can't believe you hadn't seen that.
Like I said, if it involves some people, I don't.
You said them people.
Because you got to listen to them talk or try to talk. And I'm just not with it.
Yeah, I guess Joe said what a lot of folks in America be saying. Cause he said, do I look like I got left my bamboozle? What? Do I look like I got left my bamboozle? So the DJ's name is what?
DJ Academics. He does mostly he does like he has a YouTube channel where it's kind of, I guess, Breakfast Club like, except for he usually breaks it into clips and he does stories and things like that about.
So is he a real DJ or that's just his like his go-to name?
He's been around for a minute.
Okay.
But I just love how he's fucking with them. Because I don't know. The sad thing is, dude don't even know that he's fucking with them.
He said, do it look like I got left my bamboozle? I had to go pay attention to the freaking song. Now I'm beginning to.
I so wish they would have just let Joe fuck up Joe.
Now you know they weren't gonna do that. Somebody else was like, they coming for Joe Buttons? Oh, they don't know what they're getting into.
No, they don't. These kids don't understand. Anyway, we're going long on this dumb shit because
listen, I was trying to do final thoughts. You the one that went.
I'm sorry, but I just saw that shit and I was just laughing because I'm like, yo, Joe is just like, man, these clowns. I'm done.
And now I gotta go and look up him chasing down a car.
Oh, I sent it to you. Look into the links.
Oh, okay. Because that's ridiculous. He chasing down fans of other artists.
Yeah, because they were fucking with him. For no reason. He was like, and like he said, it's like, yo, people need to stop playing, coming on the internet, like thinking, oh, this shit's a joke. It's not.
But like, was it him and Drake beefing?
I don't know if they're like have a like beef, but you know Joe Budden. He's very outspoken.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if he doesn't like what some people, you know, if he's not a fan of something, he speaks his mind. And you know, these kids today.
You sound so old. Keith.
Yes, I do sound too old because I can't remember there was ever a time where I felt like if you said something about somebody that I really, really am a fan of, like you said something negative about someone I'm a really big fan of,
like Sade.
I would Sure, I would get into a debate with you, maybe argue a little. I'm not going to harass the fuck out of another celebrity who says, yo, I think his music's garbage. Oh, so now we're supposed to go and we're supposed to fuck with this person in real life?
Right.
That's not how the world works. And again, you thinking in your little head, oh, he ain't going to do nothing anyway. He's just a celebrity. You know, I do know that most of these people that people like these days are fake ass gangsters. But people from Joe's era, because people forget Joe is from our era. Most of those dudes, they weren't lying about the shit they were talking about.
Right.
Or they just didn't talk about it because they're not stupid. They don't need to talk about it to prove what they were. That's Joe Budden. Joe Budden, he's not from this era. He's from a different time. And that's why he chased them down. That's why he fucked with one man, a car full of people. That's him.
I still think that that's funny.
You know, but again, the mentality that people have now, because everything's so cartoonish, they take everything as a joke. They think it's all funny. And when something goes down, then they don't realize that shit.
Yes.
They're all doing the whole thing. The kids were like, but could you follow me on Twitter though? Because that's all the kid matters to them, because that's how
retweet.
Yeah. That's their reality, because things are so fucked up these days that that's the reality. It's like, this man, he wasn't just playing with you. He was going to whip your ass.
Right.
And this is your reaction. Okay, cool.
Just follow me on Twitter.
So next time you do this to somebody who may be less civil than what Joe was, when your ass is bleeding out, see if he follows you on Twitter before you die. If that's so important to you. Because clearly your life, your well-being means nothing for you to do some dumb shit like that.
That has tickled me, and I'm gonna look at this video because, like, I'm not used to that.
No, but that's the dumb shit people do today.
Oh, that's you talking about Bad Bush.
Oh no, the should be the second video. Did I not send it?
He said, "Do I look like I'm blip flop lamb bloop?"
Hold on, let me see if I.
Okay, I see it now.
Okay.
They went to the man's house.
Yeah, they invaded his fucking personal space. That's the thing. It's like, what is wrong with y'all to think that that's cool? Because he would have been extremely justified at that point when y'all got out your car to pull out his gun and shoot you all dead. You invaded his private property.
People play too much.
They do, but again, people take things as a game. Like I said, this
Y'all
whole is just,
I will hurt one of you niggas. This is not the internet. Man, they better quit playing with people.
Yeah, that's the way I think that. Anyway, let's wrap this up before I start old man ranting and even more, because that shit just dumb. And I apologize to any young listeners.
And now I'm mad that I didn't know about their show. Now I'm gonna have to find it.
Everyday Struggle. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. I'll check y'all out, Joe. I was like, Joe Budden got a show? But I mean, of course I wouldn't know it anyways, because I'm not, like, I didn't even know who Academics was. So I don't want Joe them coming for me because I didn't know about their show. Hilarious. Okay, good people. Mike is He has tickled my spirit on this great Monday.
Yeah, I'm glad I was able to bring some amusement to you. By the way, I still need to figure out why Amber Rose is dating 21 Savage, but whatever.
What?
Apparently, that's an academic site too. Yeah, they're dating.
We know why.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it anyway.
Thank
you, everybody, for.
I said she's an attention whore, literally, figuratively.
But he ain't nobody.
She gonna make him into somebody.
Whatever. Nah, he ain't gonna be Wiz. Sorry.
No, not at all. She might well go back to Wiz. But I digress because
anyway, thank you everybody for listening to us, especially this last 20 minutes as we just go completely off the rails and talk about craziness. As always, you can find us in audio format on Stitcher, SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play. So if you want to listen to the audio format, you can always go to one of those places to subscribe and listen there.
And you might as well because nobody's being seen on this episode.
They just like to listen to us like talk. That's all, and we appreciate you guys for that as well. That's all I got to say right now because this has just been the craziest ending to a show I think I've ever had. Anyway, Katina, go ahead and say goodbye to our listeners.
Goodbye, amazing people. We promise to do better. It's all my fault.
It's not my fault. You put that damn bad and bougie thing in. What the fuck was he trying to say? And yo, academics, that's the thing. I'm surprised that this shows you how fucking retarded they are. Because he was fucking with them. He did that on purpose. And they couldn't tell. How stupid are y'all? God damn.
He said, do I look like I'll blip, 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 blip?
And he just kept saying, huh? What? Huh? Like, dude, he's playing you. He's basically saying you sound like an idiot, which is true, but you ain't pick up on it.
I was left off, blip, 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 blip. And he didn't say left off. He said, do it look like I was blipped off?
Oh my God, this motherfucker. Anyway.
You young people, I love your music. Keep doing it.
Yeah, because she likes to see me.
Keep doing it.
She just wants to see me go crazy. Anyway.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys coming through. And we'll check you out on the next episode of the His Point Review podcast. I'm done.
Blip,
I'm just,
blip, blip.
Whatever. Bye.
We look like I'm blip, blip, blip.